Thank you, Steven. So I did my speech on Anna Maria Island. It's a little beach town that's connected to my hometown.
It is.
Pretty much anyone that lives there, they're either retired or they actually work in Bradenton and then commute back home to Anna Maria every single day. So this is the island. Right here is like Sarasota area, you know where Sarasota is, and then it stretches 7 miles from this tip all the way to the tip over there, which is Bean Point. And then this is your two main bridges. This is the Cortez Bridge, and then one over there is kind of blurry, you can't really see it. That's State Road 64, Manatee Ave. So that's how you actually get on the island.
Yeah.
And then just facts, it's south of St. Pete and north of Sarasota. It's pretty much like a little pocket right in between both of them. And then it's in between Tampa Bay and the Gulf of Mexico. So if you just glance on a map, it kind of looks like it's tucked back and it's inside the Tampa Bay, but it's actually not inside the Tampa Bay. It just runs right next to the channel, or the shipping channel. So it looks like it's part of the Tampa Bay, but it actually goes straight to the Gulf back in there. Like I said earlier, it's only 7 miles long and 2 miles wide. And population, the recent census that I could find was 2009, and it said 8,500. That would be accurate in the summer, but from the months of November to March, that's a 100% absolute lie because of all the snowbirds. And I'm sorry if you're from Michigan or Ohio, but everyone in Anna Maria pretty much hates every license plate that says Michigan and Ohio because you can't travel anywhere during snowbird season. It took me, my home is in East Bradenton, and I'm like 25 minutes from the beach, and it took me 2 hours to get home one day recently from the beach.
Wow.
It probably would have been faster, yeah. So, snowbirds, gotta love them. One of the huge commodities on Anna Maria is the restaurants, and these are 3 famous restaurants. They're all owned by the same owner. They're just like, you look at Anna Maria, and then this is like one of the top 10 things that comes up in just overall everything in Anna Maria. So the Sandbar is the one on the far left, and that's the one where that's like your high class restaurant. All the money is there. Pretty much anyone and everyone that's not from Anna Maria but spends time in Anna Maria, that's where they propose. It's just like that hit place. And then the second one is the Beach House. That's kind of like your family type one. It's not as expensive, not as classy, but it's like a good community there. It's not as pricey. And then the third one, Mara Vista. This is kind of like your outside bar, kind of like kind of on the water and stuff. If you look back right here, see this little inlet? This is about where Mara Vista is, right in here. Everyone will come off the water, go through Longboat Pass, pull their boat up on a canal, excuse me, and then they just go straight to Mara Vista. That's where they eat and stuff. So it's all owned by the same owner, but it's like super cool stuff. Is anybody a Shark Week fan? Okay, so you guys know Hitler, that huge hammerhead that was always, he travels from Fort Myers, like Boca Grande area. Well, he actually has been spotted in Longboat Pass, which, this is Longboat Pass right here. It used to be the old shipping channel before they created the Tampa one way over there to get to Sarasota. Now they go around. So it's like, as you can see that the water's really shallow with all the brighter colors, but in this pass it's 40 feet deep. So he's actually been spotted, Hitler, 4 times in the last 8 years, going through Longboat Pass. And they actually did, on Shark Week, they segued and showed a little clip of him going through Longboat Pass, which is like where I live and stuff.
What kind of shark is it?
Hammerhead. I think it was, 22, 24 feet?
It's big. Wow.
It's huge.
That's Jaws.
I thought we got Hitler.
25.
Okay, so this is also that's really interesting too. So on this map, here's Anna Maria, here's the 2 roads that connect, there's 64, there's Cortez, and then your Longboat Key, here's your pass. I went parasailing about 2 or 3 years ago, and they just drag you like along the beach and stuff, and right here, this little passway, this is Bean Point on the tip, and that's Egmont Key right there, which is an old Spanish war fort. And when we were parasailing, we looked down at the water, And if you ever went like on a helicopter or parasailing on Anna Maria, you probably would never get in the water ever again, because running all the way down the line of the beach and then all in here to Egmont looks like ants walking on the sidewalk, and there's that many sharks. People don't know that at all. And at nighttime, they'll come all the way in to like 20 yards off of the shore, and they'll be right there and stuff.
Can you repeat that?
I repeat what?
That.
It'll
They'll
be on
like 20 yards off
YouTube.
the shore at night.
What are?
Sharks.
What kind?
Bull shark, black tip, but they don't really mess with you.
Bull sharks.
A bull shark's in
Bull shark,
menu.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Around what time is that?
like around dusk.
You're lying.
Like around what?
Ain't no bull sharks up in here.
End of season.
Wear yourself a pork chop suit and jump in there about 7:30 night, see what happens.
No, I'm trying to think like.
Yeah.
Not to go up months in it.
Growing up in high school, we actually would sharkfish off of Bean Point. Wherever that dot is, we'd get PVC pipes and we'd dig like 4-foot holes, and we'd stick PVC pipes down on the ground, and then we'd get big offshore rigs, stick them in the PVC pipe, and then we'd get in a kayak and we'd take the bait out like 200 yards, drop it, and you just fight the sharks right off the shore and stuff. We've only ever caught like a 4-foot one, but some of our friends that are gone, my high school friends, they pulled in 8.5-foot bull shark, and it was like, I think it was like 600 pounds. It was ridiculous. So they're definitely everywhere out there. So this is crazy. About 6 to 7 years ago, there was a guy who he was dating this girl, but backstory on the girl, she moved over here from Germany, and she married this guy after like 2 weeks of meeting her, and then they didn't get divorced because they owned this little hotel together with each other, so they didn't want to have to deal with like the finances, breaking everything. It's speculated they married for a green card. I mean, who really knows? But so these two people were still married, but they both went and dated other people, and then in dating this guy that this girl was dating, I guess she like broke his heart, and his story was like out of mad love. He murdered and killed her. So that was like 6 years ago, and then coming up to this past September, no one had any idea like who killed her, what happened, and then came out of nowhere. He came out and said like, yeah, I killed her, and this was like this past September. So he's been in prison since September to now, probably 6-7 months. And just recently, in December, the family was like, look, we're not mad at you anymore. We just really want her body, so that way we can just grieve her appropriately. So I'll show you the first video.
I'm not trying to see the bodies.
Moments of her life. Unimaginable.
She was a free spirit in paradise.
It's always been her lifelong dream to have her own resort.
Then, like footprints in the sand, she disappeared.
Just strange.
Something's not right.
Some said the motel owner had simply checked out and left town.
They saw her in line to get onto an airplane.
But her prized car turned up with an ex-con behind the wheel.
We thought, oh my God, it was him. He killed her.
Was it really that simple? Her personal life was very complicated. A younger boyfriend
The man was very charismatic, drop-dead gorgeous.
and an estranged husband.
Yet caught him having sex in room 11.
But the case really started to sizzle when someone torched the motel.
Somebody was trying to destroy some evidence or something? We just didn't know.
This is a murder mystery of epic proportions. Both of us were obsessed with this case.
Can this get any more bizarre?
I'm Lester Holt, and this is Dateline. Here's Keith Morrison with A Place on the Sand.
So this is Anna Maria. Let me go back to the slideshow real quick.
Command tab.
So as you can see, the video is kind of intro, it didn't get much, but the Spanish guy that you saw sitting in the room, the guy was brilliant the way he did all this. So he purposely left the keys in the car at a bar after he had killed the girlfriend, and totally left it in an area where the car would get stolen. So everything backtracked to think that it was just this random guy, but in reality, it was her boyfriend.
Was it the young boyfriend with the great abs? Good abs?
It was Ab guy.
Yeah, Ab guy. That was the guy that killed her. And then the short guy with no hair at all, that was her husband. That they got married and it only lasted like 2 weeks, but they were all still connected in a way. And then this guy, Ab's guy, Steven, he killed her and staged the entire thing, left the car with all the evidence at a bar with the keys in it, with the door wide open. So initially someone just took the car, so all the blame went straight to that Spanish guy, and the guy was like home free, he was set.
So where was his body? The body?
Her body? I'll show you where it's at.
It's not interactive.
So,
Let him speak.
so, so that little teepee you guys saw on the beach that was in the previews and stuff, every single night, the lady and her boyfriend, they would go watch the sunset there every night together on the island. And no one knew where he hid the body, but then he actually told the cops, for the sake of the family, he's like, I buried her right there where we used to go every night to watch the sunset. Which is crazy because growing up as a kid, I used to go to the beach to the same exact street, to the same exact spot, and every time we'd leave the beach, we'd walk right by that little hut, not even knowing that some lady was buried like 4 feet down in the sand the entire time for like the past 6 years. So the police department, Manatee County Sheriff's Department, they went out there and they dug up the beach. And I remember it because you'd see these huge excavators digging up the sand for like 2 or 3 months, and they couldn't find the body anywhere. So eventually the cops just said, hey, we're going to take you out of prison, we're going to bring you out there, and they want you to show us where the body's at. So, and they actually recorded the entire thing. Here, I'll show you.
This sounds interesting.
Yeah. Oh wait, right behind, to the right. There you go. That's what happened to Ab guy.
This is the boyfriend.
This is the boyfriend?
That's Ab guy.
He doesn't look nearly as Abby.
Well, he's been in prison.
He should have a jail body.
Jobo.
Yeah.
Why'd they take him there?
To find the body, have you been paying any attention?
No, but I'm saying, if you told them, why'd they have to listen?
Did you listen to what he was? Stop playing with the computer, Steven.
I'm not on my computer.
What are you on?
I'm not on anything. Why'd you already answer me? I don't know why I'm just
Come on in, Sid. Very long. Are we out of time already?
And you like walk where they are right now?
Yeah, I literally used to walk down this trail every day growing up.
That was when you went to the beach. Walked down that
I mean, I
trail.
still go there now.
You think about this every time you go?
No, because he just came out and saw this in the past week.
Oh yeah, this
Been
is
watching a video
Yeah.
on shark fishing. Dude Sharkfish did challenge on Blackfish shark fishing.
So he literally walks over to the Sunset Cabana.
That's all.
They couldn't find it? It's kind of a small area.
Watch, listen.
Wow,
Yeah.
right there.
So,
When did they finish?
How far did he bury?
4 feet
yeah,
down.
he told him, and then the cops actually, on the whole Dateline episode, the cops, I guess, I don't know what came over that, the investigator that was sitting there, but he said, I'll give you a second to say goodbye. And they all just left, and the guy would stare at the ground, started crying, he said like a prayer, and then instead of even being escorted back to the cop car, the guy just turned around and walked to the cop car himself, like he was over, so. But overall, Anna Maria is a great place. Don't let that scare you. Sorry to end on a negative note, but yep, that's it.
Thank you so much.